Just yesterday, I finally had a chance to read Caitlyn Jenner's piece, in the magazine, and really just, and I cried. I cried because I resonated with some of the themes of isolation, of being misunderstood, to not know if you have a conversation with somebody, will that relationship then end?
Oh my goodness. What can I say, folks? Well, you know what? These past couple of weeks, I feel like banging my head against the wall. Joining us now is David French, writer for the National Review, co-author of Rise of ISIS, A Threat We Can't Ignore. David, you wrote a piece that really went viral, talking about Rachel Dolezal pretending to be black and pitting it against what she was talking about, Bruce Jenner's sex change. And I think you came to the conclusion that she is blacker than Bruce Jenner is female.
Right. I mean, look, we for a very long time, and if you read much on the left talking about race, they've argued that race is a matter of labeling and perspective. And so, for example, a person is considered black because others think they're black, and because someone lives the black experience. That's why, for example, they'll say things like, well, Clarence Thomas isn't really black, Condoleezza Rice isn't really black, because it's perspective and experience. Well, here's a woman who lived for more than a decade that perspective and experience. And then moreover, if you want to look at biology, there is, who knows, when you look at our extended family trees, the different racial mixing that's occurred. But one thing we definitely know when it comes to Bruce Jenner, she's absolutely not a woman.
Did you just say Bruce Jenner, she's absolutely not a woman?
You know, I get so confused. Bruce Jenner, he's not a woman.
Right.
He's a man who's had plastic surgery.
All right, but let me ask you this. So you're the first person I've heard hold out the possibility. So you think it's possible that by today's standards, where you check the box on the application, that she actually could be black, even genetically?
I mean, even biologically, race and culturally, race is a more malleable construct. I mean, is someone African American if they're 1/8 African American, if they're 1/4? I mean, throughout our history, we've kind of moved that line back and forth as to when someone is deemed black or not black, deemed American Indian, not American Indian. I live in the South, and it's hard to meet someone in the South who doesn't claim some kind of American Indian heritage. And so who is or is not in that category is often a matter of labeling, of semi-arbitrary line drawing. Not so the difference between a man and a woman. That's chromosomal.
Right. All right. So you're able to separate, back to her for a sec, you're able to separate her lying because, she goes around saying she is African American, she is black, when obviously she's not, unless she knows of some, to qualify herself, of some mixing of the races, if you will, generations back, which she doesn't bring up, so she probably doesn't know. And plus, when it comes to living the black experience, yet when she was in college, she sued Howard University because she was discriminated against, she said, for being white.
Well, there's no question that she has lied repeatedly, and there's no question by a reasonable definition of what it means to be black that she's not. But what is intriguing to me is, according to the left's definition of race, she has more claim
than Bruce Jenner does to being a woman. No, that's very interesting. And that's why the piece got such great attention. David, have a great weekend. I'm glad you joined us. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, David French, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, retired U.S. Marshal John Cuff, the search for the two prisoners from New York. What's going on?